Jeanie Buss on the track, boy.
Oh, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode. Welcome, everyone, to another episode, another edition of the No Signal Podcast, son. With your boy, your host, Mondo, man. Hope y'all been doing good. We gonna get straight into it, man. A lot of basketball talk, man. A lot of basketball news has been stirring up. And as of today, Jeanie Buss, and I believe the Buss family in general, because I feel like she was the last one, the last samurai. Speaking of the last samurai, let me take some time real quick. Let's get a moment of silence. Moment of silence real quick for my boy Nico. And I ain't talking about Nico Harrison. I'm talking about my dog Nico. My dog Nico, man. They had to put him down Monday, the other day, like 2 days ago, man. But R.I.P. Nico, man. This episode is for you, Nico. Nah, for real, he was a good dog. We had him for years, like talking about like 10 plus in this house. And when we got him, he was like all brown fur. And I named him. My sister says she named him, but I named him because around that time, this was before GTA 5 came out. So I was playing GTA 4, Nico Bellic from GTA. I was like, Nico? I was like, what about Nico? But yeah, fucking Nico, RIP. But to get back on track here, back with the program. The Buss family, Jeanie Buss, sells majority ownership to Dodgers owner Mark Walter. It's Jeanie Buss. She didn't give up. She's not gonna not be there. She is gonna be there. She's gonna be the governor, from what I read in my sources. She's gonna be the governor. So with that being said, I think that means like she's just gonna force or oversee everything. Just look over, just watch over everyone and stuff like that. Yeah, fucking. What does this mean for the Lakers? This means that hopefully we could get some changes. Hopefully we can make a Braun trade, hopefully. But I know that's not going to happen. The Lakers are going to want him to finish his career with the Lakers. He's going to want to finish his career with the Lakers. But I don't know. Laker fans, do we want LeBron to finish his career with the Lakers? You know what I mean? Because I don't really, I don't want you to come into, Kobe's house like that and try to think you can, top whatever he did and shit. Try to get 60 plus in your last game. Like, don't try to be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful. You know what I mean? But yeah, this means I'm pretty sure from what I heard from one of my homies that's a Dodger fan. What is it? He posted it and he said Lakers back in the finals soon. So that's talking to, if you posting that after the Dodgers owner is buying majority of the ownership for the Lakers for $10 billion. If you talking about he said, oh, he knows nowadays you got to pay stars to build something, and he got the pockets for it. Like, if you willing to put your money up like that to help LA, to help the Lakers, bro, like, more power to you. We're just gonna welcome you with open arms, honestly. And then he said, I think he'll pay majority of Luka's contract plus getting new stars. Shout out to the homie Jordan for saying that, because he posted saying that the Lakers are back in the finals, and I was like, oh, is he like that? Like, he got it like that? And that's when he started saying nowadays you got to pay the stars to build something, and he got the pockets for it. If he's willing to come out of a pocket for it to pay some of the stars, we don't really need like all the stars in the league. We just need good role players to match up. You know what I mean? Whether it be, because we don't have no fucking picks right now. The Lakers don't have no picks. So the best they could do is just like, oh, okay, trade 1-2 players on the current roster and cash incentive, like cash added, cash value. Or we'll probably like finesse a team for some picks this upcoming draft. Who knows? Probably give them cash for some picks or something like that. But I just told him, I was like, hey, if he knows basketball business, then more power to him. So he can help us get the right team. Because LeBron, like, he's gonna have his influence on it. And I know he's gonna say, oh, I have no influence. I have no. Then why would the Lakers trade away for Westbrook? That's pretty fucking dumb. Why would the Lakers give away Caruso? You know what I mean? But I'm not saying like, oh, all that is LeBron. I'm just saying like, yo, like making the Lakers trade up all the picks and our young talent to get you AD. And when we get you AD, and then you and AD are like bumping heads a little bit, like, oh, I don't want to play the 5. I don't want to play this. I don't want to do that, and all this shit. Then it's like, bruh, like, I don't know. I'm just saying the Lakers need to stop listening to LeBron on the influence and shit, because I know he influenced that Anthony Davis trade heavily, and that is fucking us over today still. But yeah, to keep going, since we're already on the LeBron topic, let's talk about him bringing up ring culture on his podcast, Mind of the Game. And I seen someone talk about it was someone on Twitter. They went on for like a whole like 2 minutes talking about like, Bron, this is a man venting right now. This is a man embarrassed. And he was like just straight talking like crazy. I ain't never heard nobody talk about Bron crazy like that. He's like, oh, you's a bitch or something like that. He's like, look at you. And like, I don't know what he was saying, bro. I had a refresher. I need a refresher, but he was just like pretty much like saying all this shit like, oh, because LeBron is like, oh, he's trying to bring baseball into it. Like, oh, you can't say that Barry Bonds ain't win a World Series and he's the greatest player to ever pick up a bat and all this shit. And he started bringing up Jerry West. And then he realized that Jerry West passed away, and then he like dumbed himself down. He like backed up a little bit. He's like Jerry West, he's the logo, and he's only got 1 championship in 9 years. And he's the logo. But RIP to the late great Jerry West. And then he started getting serious, like, bro, like, you can't, like, why are you over here bringing up the logo? Why are you bringing up Jerry West? We know that, like, back then, in history back then, like in the whatever 50s, 60s and all that shit, everything was all white. So you look at Jerry West back then, you look at a prime Jerry West back then, a young Jerry West, you don't think that they're going to make that the face of the franchise, the face of the whole like league? You don't think they're going to look at him and be like, oh yeah, he's our golden boy, he's our wonder boy or something like that. Like, this is like back then when white power was heavy, bro. Like, they're not going to change the logo at all. Like, if they didn't change it for Bill Russell back then, when all that, the whole racial issues and all that shit, then they're not going to change it for anybody else in the future. They're just going to leave it at Jerry West. It don't matter if he has 1 ring. It don't matter if he won a 9 finals and only 1 ring. They're just going to, they're going to keep it at that. You know what I mean? But it's like ring culture, like, is everything pretty much. Like, oh, okay, so you think Robert Horry is better than Jordan? Oh, Bill Russell is better than Kareem and all this shit. Like, no, I'm not saying that shit, but it's everything. In terms of regular season, okay, what do you work for in the regular season? You work for a playoff spot. What do you work for when you get in playoff contention? You work for the NBA championship. What does the NBA championship come with? Rings. You know what I mean? Like, what did Kobe say? Like, oh, friendships come and go, but banners last forever. You know what I mean? That's on your resume forever. So if you're going to, like LeBron, if you're going to be like bouncing team to team, creating your own team here and there, wanting the GM to modify here and there, modify the roster here and there, then it's like, oh, okay, then why don't you have the rings to match for it? If you have all these, top 75 players, like, good players, like, they're not fucking bums. Like, Dwayne Wade ain't no bum. Like, Kyrie ain't no bum. Kevin Love ain't no bum. Like, all these are fucking, like, heavy hitters, bro. Like, in terms of star talent. You know what I mean? So it's like with all that help and you only got 4 rings and then Steph Curry got the same amount of rings of you in less time. That's like, so I don't think Steph Curry's played 15 years yet. Wait, I think he did. Like right now he's in his like 16th season or something like that, 17 if I'm not mistaken, cuz I know he got drafted in 2009 around that time. So, yeah, it's like it's everything, bro. Like ring culture is everything. That's everything you work for. You know what I mean? That's winning. That's winning on your resume. So if you have like 4 and Kobe has 5 and Jordan has 6, then yeah, both of them are gonna be better than you. And then like, oh, I get it. Like LeBron he doesn't like the ring culture. He wants to use stats as his advantage. He wants to say, well, I'm sitting on 50 billion points and blah blah. Do you know how fucking like arrogant? Like, do you know how fucking like, bro? You're literally sucking your own dick. You're fucking gay as fuck right there. Like, well, I'm sitting on 50 billion points. Like, oh, okay, we get it, but you're still not the greatest player ever. You're still not the greatest player ever. Like everyone has Jordan in front of you. Oh, okay, people like myself have Kobe in front of you. And what you can't sit at his table. He got 5, you got 4. You can't sit at his table. You know what I mean? So ring culture is everything. I don't know why he's all trying to like back off and be like, oh yeah, RP to late great Jerry West. But it's like, oh okay, like if you put these guys together, like, oh okay, you put Jason Kidd against the Allen Iverson. Jason Kidd's fucking, what is it, 1 ring against Dallas, like compared to Allen Iverson. Like Allen Iverson only has 1 MVP, no rings, only 1 finals appearance. But just the culture shift that Allen Iverson did makes him like, you know, more likable or more, how do you say likable, and just, I don't know, just a stamp in NBA history in terms of culture and culture change. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it don't matter if what is it? Jason Kidd got 1 ring and Allen Iverson don't got 1 ring. You know what I mean? Allen Iverson could still be ahead of Jason Kidd. It don't matter stats. Oh, okay, you roll the ball, you put the ball out there 1-on-1, top of the key. Who's gonna win? Oh, Jason Kidd might win. Oh, because he's gonna back down Allen Iverson. But hey, you never know. That might not be a good comparison, but you know, just however you want to do it. You know what I mean? Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Steve Franchise. You know what I mean? T Mac didn't win a ring, but he could go up against someone like Pascal. And you know what I mean? Like rings don't define your player, your character. You know what I mean? It just defines like the accolades, the achievements and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, man, it's just body of work in general, bag work in general. And LeBron, oh, don't got a bag? Oh, I'm sitting on 50 billion. Bro, but that's all downhill drives. You drive into the basket. You know what I mean? You getting free throws every time. And you don't make your free throws, but you know what I mean? Just in general, all his points came from downhill and transitions. I feel like the fastest way he racked up those points was his time with Miami. For real. Because he did not go a game without scoring less than 20 points, I believe. Like, he had a whole streak. It was like, oh, LeBron on 200-something games of 20 plus and blah, blah, some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, but those were all fucking lobs and backdoor cuts and, you know, backdoor cuts and just lobs in general. You know what I mean? Shout out to Body Armor. Not sponsored. Body Armor. But what else? I seen that Nike is coming out with this thing called Mamba Vault. Mamba Vault. What is the Mamba Vault, you might ask? The Mamba Vault, I seen some shit. It was talking about like, wait, hold on. That it was something to deal with, tells a story of about each shoe. That it told the story about each shoe or something like that. I see it right here. Nike posted is creating a Nike Vault where you can scroll and explore the stories, colorways, and history behind every signature model. Which one are you looking forward to the most? Complex sneakers say. Source complex sneakers. But like, can we buy the shoes? Like okay, we understand the story. We like Kobe and stuff like that. Like, we get it. We love Kobe to death. But can we get the shoes? Like we know the stories. Like I know the stories of Fade to Black, the Prelude pack. You know what I mean? So what other like colorway, like what is it, the extraterrestrial, like, theme that they had for All-Star Weekend and shit? And speaking of All-Star Weekend, oh my gosh, I should have said that in the ring culture. Fuck, I don't want to go back. But I was gonna say it goes back to, you know what I mean, when in 2013 when 2013 when LeBron was asked by Ahmad Rashad, he said Kobe or LeBron, and then he was like, oh well, Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he was just like, he wanted to joke around, but he was like serious. He was like, oh, in terms of dominance of the game right now, you could say, LeBron. He said in terms of dominance in the game right now. This was 2013. So 2013, he said LeBron was dominant in the game, but if you look at experience and achievements and all that stuff, then you got to go with Kobe. And then he said because 5 beats 1. You know what I mean? So yeah, that shit was just, and then they asked LeBron about it in the All-Star, like the what is it, the pregame, not the pregame, but like when they had practices for the All-Star break, for the All-Star game. They asked him about it. They're like, oh, Jordan said 5 against 1. He said, oh, I can't, I'm not going to say, oh, Robert Horry is better than Jordan. Oh, I'm not going to say Bill Russell is better than Jordan and all this shit. He's like, no, I just think something. And then he was like, bro, like he was in the middle of that ring culture era. Like that's when he shifted to Miami. Like that's when he did the whole broadcast, fucking televised broadcast, the decision, like, and he's saying ring culture don't mean nothing. Like, bro, you did the whole decision just to go on TV talking about not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. Like, bro, and you talking about ring culture don't matter, bro. That was you, literally. Look at you. You know what I mean? But yeah, the stories of the Mamba Vault. Can we get the shoes? Like, I love the stories, but can you put like a little pamphlet of the story of the shoe in the shoebox when can I buy it when I buy it? You know what I mean? That shit don't make no sense. And then we got KD talk over here, transitioning to the KD talk. Almost went to Minnesota in a 3-team deal with Brooklyn. KD would have hated Brooklyn for that shit, but I guess KD shut it down. And Minnesota, they were pursuing it heavy, but they weren't going to pursue it unless KD wanted to be there. You know what I mean? And I feel like KD, like he's seen that it didn't work with Booker, in terms of Olympic teammates and shit. So I feel like he knew that it wasn't going to work out with Anthony Edwards, being the Olympian teammate and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because KD's going to their team. You know what I mean? And then, in the close game situations, when the time's going down, who do you want to? Oh, KD's gonna be like, oh, shoot that here, shoot that over, for him to close it out. But then you're gonna, like, as a Devin Booker probably thought like, bro, this is my team. Like, this is my team. You know what I mean? I was hitting game winners here before you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Anthony Edwards is gonna be the same thing like that. Like, oh, in the close game situations, who do you want the ball? Who do you want the ball to be in the hands of? Pause. You know what I mean? KD or Anthony Edwards. And then, everyone's going to say KD, but Anthony Edwards is going to be like, man, this is my team. This is my team. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck? But I feel like I didn't mention this last time, but I have it right here. Miami, San Antonio, and Houston are the 3 destination spots for KD. I feel like he's gonna win. I feel like if he were to go to either team, I feel like he would win in either of the Texas teams, San Antonio or Rockets. But if I were to choose one where he would win, where he would have a better chance of winning, I'd say Houston. Because I don't know. I feel like Houston has the picks and the assets to give to Phoenix for a KD. And plus, Steven Adams just signed for a 3-year, like 50 million deal to stay with Houston. So I see, former teammates, KD, Steven Adams, hey, link up in Houston again. Who knows? Former teammates, who knows? But I don't know. Steven Adams can make that call. Be like, hey, come over here. I'll try to talk to the management, GM, whatever. We can work something out. But yeah, I feel like he would have his. Uh, some people might say he would have a better chance of winning in San Antonio because it's like the length and size that would like cover ground in San Antonio between KD and Wemby. Just like the size, like the length, like just arm length, reach and shit. That would just cover a lot of ground. That would get you a lot of deflections for real. But I could see that way of him winning in San Antonio that way with Wemby in terms of defensive presence, but also in Houston with Jalen Green. You got fucking Şengün. You got Jabari Smith. You got fucking Amen. Is it Amen or Asar on Houston? Forgive me. One of the Thompson brothers. Who else? Who else? You got Jeff Green over there. Jeff Green is in there. That's your boy too. KD, Jeff Green. They locked in. They've been locked in since Supersonics. They've been locked in since Supersonics 2008, 2009 type shit. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see what kind of package they could put for KD, whatever team it may be, whether it be San Antonio with Devin Vassell and what's the other guy's name? Jeremy Sohan, and what's the other guy's name? Vassell, and then what was the rookie of the year? Didn't they have a rookie of the year that just won? Probably that guy. Isn't it like Stefan or Stefan some? Forgive me. I'm bad. I'm bad with opposing teams' names. But let's get into the finals. Let's get into the finals talk. 21 minutes. All right, let's get into the finals talk. I feel like we're good. I started with Haliburton. Haliburton, I believe he got injured the first 5 minutes, or I believe the first half somewhere. And TJ McConnell came in, I believe, in the third quarter and just fucking went bananas. He got them in the fucking game. He kept them in the game, which is fucking insane to me because from the jump in the first quarter and everything, boom, OKC immediately jumped up to a fucking a 15-point lead. A 15-point lead. And Haliburton, he was like struggling. He didn't make no shots, 0 for 5 the first half. So they just locked him up. Honestly, his only 4 points were from free throws, but he was also limited in the game because obviously they found out about the injury, and I'm pretty sure he told the staff like, "Hey, I don't feel 100% right now. I feel some pain," and it was a calf strain. It was a calf strain. It ended up being. So with Hallie injured, TJ McConnell stepped up. He can force a game 7, perhaps, is what I wrote down. Because TJ McConnell just in I don't know how many minutes he played, but it felt so short. It felt like the only minutes he played were just in the third quarter. So with just the third quarter being played, he scored I believe 12 of his 18 or whole 18 or some shit like that. But he was actually keeping him in. He was actually, that battery, the energy bunny is what they call him. The energy bunny off the bench. The energy bunny is like the energy guy that gives the team, an extra fucking spark and shit, to spark them up, to get them a jump start in a run or something like that. Cause he hit back-to-back shots and then he hit a 3 at one point, and I was just like, okay, yo, someone step up, someone guard him close. And they guarded him close. I believe it was like a play where he got an and one, but there was like 2-3 people jumping at him and shit. And it was just like, he still got the and one. So it was just crazy to see TJ McConnell put in work like that. Rick Carlisle did fuck up by taking him out of the game, because I feel like he should have just left him in the whole time. Forgive me. I feel like he could have just left him in the whole time. If he left him in the whole time, they might have won the game. They might have stole it. They might have stolen in in OKC. You never know. They might have stolen in OKC if Rick Carlisle would have left him in. But yeah, if I'm Rick Carlisle, because I want OKC to win, honestly. But if I'm Indiana and I'm thinking Indiana, if I'm Rick Carlisle, I'm starting TJ McConnell. I'm starting him. I don't care. I'm starting him the whole game, and I'm just abusing him. Either switch Haliburton. If Haliburton still wants to play, okay, bring him off the bench. But I would start T.J. McConnell. If you start Haliburton, I don't know. You might throw yourself in a little bit of a pickle there, Carlisle. But that's Indiana's problem. That's Indiana's problem. So on the OKC side, Jalen Williams. What did I say last episode or three episodes ago about Jalen Williams? I was like, Jalen Williams can. I was like, yo, Jalen Williams is gonna lose this series for OKC if he don't get his shit together. And he got his shit together. He shut me the fuck up last game, bro. He shut me the fuck up. Cause Jalen Williams, bro, 40 ball, 40 ball to win game 5. Jalen Williams went for 40 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Shea had 31, could have got a 40 and 40. First 40 and 40 in the finals since Kyrie and LeBron, 2016. You know what I mean? So Jalen Williams 40, but Shea had 31 points, 10 assists, 4 blocks. That 4 blocks got me like tripping. I was like 4 blocks. I was like, I know he had a block or two before. I was like, when was this? But hey, fucking, he got it like that. He got the defense like that. He got, clamps. But what's his name? Aaron Wiggins. I believe his name is Aaron Wiggins. Not Andrew Wiggins. Went for 14 points and 5 rebounds. What a fucking spark off the bench. Good fucking shit. 14 points, and all of them were threes, I believe. Like, he had a good amount of threes. He had like 3-4 threes or some shit, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But what a fucking spark off the bench. Those are the type of guys that you love when they knock down shots, especially coming off the bench. Those hungry players, those hungry G League players that are just ready for their moment at any time. And on Indiana side, Pascal Siakam, 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. And TJ McConnell, like I said, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And Aaron Nesmith with 14 points and 6 rebounds. Let me go back and look at Miles Turner's stats real quick, because I was thinking of Miles Turner's stats right now as I'm reading this off. Because I was like, yo, did he not? 13 points and 6 rebounds. That's still not enough. You getting 6 rebounds, and who on the chat is getting 11 rebounds. He's out rebounding you. Yo, even Hartenstein had 8, and he got 20 minutes. Miles Turner, 24 minutes. But Chet Holmgren, 33 minutes. Yo, Chet he's weird. He's weird. But I was reading his not reading. I was looking over his podcast that he had with Paul George. Just a little clip of when they traded Josh Giddey and they were talking about Josh Giddey. But he was talking about, the addition with the Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso addition and stuff like that. But back then he was talking about he was like, oh, I hate guys that talk about oh, that's not my game. That's not my game. He's like, motherfucker, the game is what comes to you. You know what I mean? And I was just like, damn. I was like, damn, that mindset that had me thinking. I was like, I never heard that before. Like, I heard oh, let the game come to you, take what the game gives you and all that stuff. But hearing that, the difference between mindsets and that, because he said, oh, there's guys that are like, oh, that's not my game. That's not my game. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna, there's guys that oh, I'm not gonna sit in the corner, stand and wait for a kick out, the dish out and shit like that. So have me as a spot up shooter. That's not my game and shit. No, motherfucker, the game is what it takes, is what it presents you. You know what I mean? The game is what it shows you. So exactly, take what the game gives you. So what your game is whatever the game shows you. So if you want to, if one game your game is straight defense, then okay, straight defense. If the next game your game is straight offense, then okay, straight offense. Boom, passing. Oh, okay, rebounding. Oh, just extra efforts. You know what I mean? That just shows. Shit like that. Cause your game is your game. Oh, okay, we get it. But winning basketball is winning basketball, and you're gonna if you don't. There's people that think they're that want to be how do you say main character or superstar or something like that, but in reality they're just a piece of someone else's they're just a piece of helping someone live their dream. You know what I mean? Like they're pretty much like, they think they're a superstar, but no, like they're working for, you know, someone, not themselves. You know what I mean? Type shit is what I mean. If that makes sense. That's probably a weird analogy, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel like we talked about all the good shit. Tips for next game. For OKC, keep doing y'all thing. Maybe run some plays through Jalen Williams. What is it? Maybe run some plays for Jalen Williams, or just let Shea go to work and just. But the way this Thunder team plays, bro, this Thunder team plays so like crazy on defense. You know what I mean? On defense, like their rotations, like they know, like it's like they're all in sync with each other. They all know like where each other are at. Like it's so crazy because like I see whenever it's time, like, oh, okay, they're doing a switch on a pick and roll, and whenever they switch and then like Miles Turner goes to the 3-point line, then like someone like a Jalen Green switches on him or some shit like that. Jalen Williams, forgive me. Someone like a Jalen Williams switches on him, and then they're still trying to run another play, but they already know their playbook, so it's like, oh, they're trying to like do it like dribble handoff or something like that. But Jalen Williams, like, he stays at the 3-point line at the top of the key, and he's just like right there, like trying to deflect the pass, like Caruso deflects the pass. You know what I mean? Whenever they do their plays and shit, y'all seen it before. You know what I mean? But yeah, the way this team plays on defense is just crazy, bro. It's real crazy. But appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Be sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Peace. One love, man. Love yourself. Thanks for watching. Also, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, follow me on my socials. Instagram, Twitter, No Signal Mondo. Podcast IG, No Signal Pod. Spotify, No Signal Podcast. And my stream, kick.com/BeanMondo.